Hi guys and welcome. Today I want to speak about building discipline, working in silence and trusting the process. I believe that manifestation can happen only when we are willing to be in alignment and get to be creative as we are. Okay, so realize that out of nothing comes nothing. Okay, everything is interconnected with something. So if you want something to happen into your own life, you gotta actually be connected to that thing. And I want to speak about visualization. I want to speak about what is happening within our own minds. I believe that this is actually really powerful because the more that you visualize something is the more that you actually attract that thing into your own reality. So realize that whatever is happening in your own inner world will actually attract your outer world. So today's tip is, if you want to change your outer world, start changing your own inner world, because the inner and the outer, they are actually interconnected. Okay, so I'm seeing in my own journey that it's so important to take responsibility. Okay, it's so important to take responsibility for what is happening in your own life. Okay, take full responsibility, because in essence what I'm realizing is the fact that we are the co-creators of our own experiences, and you have to realize that sometimes you have to do the work, sometimes you have to take action, sometimes you have to be responsible. Okay, so realize that your inner world attracts your outer world. Now, this doesn't mean that you don't have to do anything in the outer world. It means that you should shift your vibration with action. You should shift your vibration with higher vibrational energy and thoughts, So realize that the shift can happen only in the moment that you actually believe it possible. So my suggestion is, believe it possible. Believe it possible and realize that anything that you can actually imagine can actually happen into your own life. Okay, so I'm seeing in my own journey that it's not always easy. Okay, it's not always easy to speak your voice. It's not always easy to take the right action. It's not always easy to be authentic, but it is necessary. It is necessary. Okay, so find little ways to really get to improve yourself. Find little ways to get to evolve your own consciousness. Find little ways to get to step into the evolution of your own soul and spirit. Okay, so realize that in this process of manifesting, in this process of building and creating the life that you want to experience, you're actually guided. Okay, you are guided towards alignment. You are guided towards higher consciousness. You are guided towards improving your own life. Okay, so realize that maybe sometimes you don't even have to talk to others about your desires. You don't have to talk about your aspirations, but instead you must actually learn to do it, to express it, to take action as it. So you have to work in silence, and this comes with responsibility. I believe that responsibility is such a powerful way to really get to attract what you want to experience. Okay, and I'm reading a book of Neville Goddard, and he reminds us how everything that is happening into our own lives, in a way, is our creation. Okay, so everything that is happening into your own life is because you have actually manifested it. And the more that you shift yourself, the more that you evolve yourself, the more that you love yourself, is the more that you actually improve your own life, is the more that you will actually get a better outcome. Okay, so realize that in a way it's happening in relationship with your own state of consciousness. And at the end of the day, maybe it doesn't even matter what you actually accomplish, but more likely it's about the state of consciousness. Okay, so Alan Watts reminded us, and he said that don't judge your days based on your achievements, but more likely judge it based on your state of consciousness. So your state of consciousness is so important. Your state of beingness is so important, because Achievements come out of being, action comes out of being, but it all starts with being. Okay, so be first, be, do, have, but don't forget about your state of beingness. So allow yourself to be who you really are, allow yourself to be at peace, allow yourself to be in alignment with source and higher consciousness. Okay, so it's about, in essence, it's about your levels of consciousness. In essence, it's not about achievement. It's not, what you do doesn't even matter maybe, but it's more likely about the state of consciousness. Okay, so realize that you have the opportunity to really get detached. You have the opportunity to be at peace. And the thing is that when you let go, actually everything will actually come to you. When you let go, everything will actually come to you. But you know, maybe they are interconnected. So beingness with action. Okay, so I believe that at some level maybe you need balance. At some level you need to be connected also to your own desire, but at the same time you have to have the power to actually let it go. You have to have the power to be content with where you are. So when you have the mindset of detachment, when you have the mindset of being at peace, even if it happens and even if it doesn't happen, it's like you become magnetic. Okay, it's like you become more connected to your emotional field. It's like you are becoming more connected to your vibrational body and your state of beingness. Okay, so I'm seeing that in today's society, some of us, we may want things because we are lacking things, but we should actually want things because we already have things. Okay, so I believe that the outer world is just a playground. The outer world is just something that is extra. Okay, the outer world is just a tool, but remember, the secret is in your state of consciousness. At the same time, you still need to build discipline. At the same time, you still need to be taking action. At the same time, you still need to be connected to your own desire, but with the consciousness of it already happening, with the consciousness of it already coming into your own life. So act as if it is already here. Act as if it has already happened. And you will see how your mind has the power to actually attract it. Your mind is a powerful tool, so make sure that you actually use it in a healthy way. Okay, so realize that taking responsibility is all about accepting yourself. Taking responsibility is all about building the strength, building the resilience, being connected to what you feel, not reacting when somebody wounds you, not being in separation with the world maybe, but more likely finding the secret within your state of consciousness, more likely being connected to your own inner world and your powerful way of expressing yourself. Okay, so realize that the game should be played from within. Okay, the game should be played from within, because again, as within, so without. So first, go ahead and change what is happening within yourself, and you will see magic happen into your outer world. So when something negative happens to you, realize that in essence that is actually your creation. But you have the power to shift it. You have the power to shift circumstances by shifting your own inner world, because it all starts within. So everything that we are seeing today in the world happened as a thought first, happened as an idea, happened as something that happened within our own state of consciousness. So change what is happening within yourself. And you do this with meditation. You do this with healthy action. You do this by choosing to express love into the world. You do this by allowing yourself to be who you really are and being connected to a deeper source of consciousness. Okay? So, yes, feel free to follow your excitement. Follow your excitement and see what happens. Okay? Follow your own excitement. Realize that Being happy doesn't maybe take a lot of things. Being happy is free, but you have to love yourself. You have to accept yourself. You have to be responsible. Being happy doesn't take a lot. And you also need to learn to be grateful. Okay, you also must learn to be grateful. Grateful for where you are right now in life. And when you realize that you are actually where you need to be, it's like you have the power to accept yourself. It's like you have the power to trust the universe again. Okay, so realize that yes, you are where you need to be, and the universe makes no mistakes. Okay, so guys, this is today's message about taking responsibility, building discipline, and trusting the process. Realize that there are so many tools that you can actually use. There are so many tools that you can actually use. Also focus on the small things into your own life, because they may be the bigger things. Okay, so focus on the small things and realize that there is actually power in being grateful. I love you so much, guys. Much peace, and see you on what is coming up next. If you're new to my YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, that is appreciated. And like always, see you on what is coming up next. Much peace and see ya.